Welcome to Sideline Vibes, the Minnesota sports show changing the narrative of Minnesota sports fandom. I'm your host, Derek Long. With me, we have Mitch Schreibe, co-host and producer extraordinaire. And today we have a special guest on, Noah Kitzamnn, all the way up from the Vergas area, up by the DL, the land of milk and honey, as we like to call it. He's a longtime friend and keeper of all things niche sports topics. And we're gonna make a list of our favorite Minnesota Vibes guys and of our lifetime.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, Derek. I'm a big fan of the pod. Love seeing my brothers follow their dreams. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've never been on a pod before. Listened to many. So this is exciting for me. This is a great list I have. Great topic. It's a little ambiguous of a topic, but once you people hear the names, I think you're kind of understand what's going on here. So
yeah, well, let's get into it here. So this idea actually was created by Noah Kitzamnn, but we tweaked it a little bit to make it more of a lifetime achievement of our lifetime achievement as 30-year-olds and
27,
almost 30-year-olds. And so here are the rules of the Vibes guys, the Vibe guys of all time. Minnesota Vibe guys of all time.
Say that 5 times fast.
List. A Vibe guy is a lovable player on a team that is not the best player, but can make a team great based on their energy, lovability, and overall just fun energy. These are guys that you think of that you're like, oh, remember this guy? You're like talking to your friend, you're like, oh, this guy was a vibe. The only rule we have for picking our lists is they can never have been an all-star or an all-pro. We have one all-star exception. So every guy's list between Mitch, Noah, and myself, we can have one guy who has been to at least only or maximum of one all-star game.
And we're not counting Pro Bowls, correct?
Not counting Pro Bowls. Sorry,
okay.
Pro Bowls as well.
Yeah. Well, it's all Minnesota sports.
Yeah,
Derek.
all Minnesota sports. Yes. And so they also, it could be, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the rules.
Yeah. Like I said, people will understand when they hear that.
Another rule I remember just now: if we have the same guy and we want to, challenge it, we can do a trivia tiebreaker to claim that player. So then, if you claimed it from the other player, they have to pick a new player, and then
Sweet.
You'll get it as we go. It's not too complicated.
Yeah, no, I like that because, like I said, we have backups, but the backups are significantly worse than the guys that we picked for the starter, which is good because if you lose the trivia contest, you should take a hit.
You should.
Yep.
Just have some names in the back of your brain, just for that.
Sure. Yeah, we definitely all have backup players, and we definitely all followed the rules of vibes.
We're all going to be judging each other's vibes, guys.
Yes.
I'm a huge judger of vibes. Yeah. So, do you guys want to talk about your list as a whole, like what your kind of your game plan was, or is that stealing too much of? No, I think we should go through and my list. I made my list. I broke down another explanation of this. We chose to break it up into half decades, starting in 1995 to 2000. So that'd be one player. From 2000 to 2005. 2005 to 2010, 2010 to 2015, 2015 to 2020, 2020 to 2025, where we
currently are
now. Yeah. So
one caveat. I was born in 94, so I have one bonus. I don't think that I just want to talk about him at the end. Bonus
that's
at the end. For funsies.
We'll allow one for the elder.
It doesn't factor into comparing the list, but for funsies.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'll allow it. Will you allow it?
I will allow it.
All right. Well, unanimous decision.
I need to make a point of being your elder.
Yeah, dude, elder statesman. I chose my list. I went through each of the half decades, and I picked which of the teams had the best team during that time. And I picked a player from one of those teams, or tried to at least. And so that's kind of how I went about mine. And a lot of those teams have those memorable, lovable players because they're really good and you're really dialed in. So what about you, Mitch? What'd you do? What's your format?
So mine is less vibesy, which I'm seeing more and more now that was a bigger criteria for the test.
It is called the Vibes, guys.
Yeah. Mine's mainly football, except for one or two outliers. My theme was just more ties to South Dakota, and
I love that though.
Yeah,
because you're a South Dakota guy.
Yep, I am from South Dakota, so we just not all the guys are from South Dakota. And in some regard, most of them have a tie to whether it's they played college ball or they were born in South Dakota in some capacity.
I love this.
There are two that are not, that are on this list. I think it's the first.
Should we try to guess?
For each decade?
No, should we try to guess who is not the South Dakota guys? Should Noah and I try to guess?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, this would be fun, a little side game.
I think you'll figure it out pretty quick, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Noah, what was your kind of,
so like I said, the original kind of idea, I just had a few guys in my head that I really wanted that would be cool to talk about on our podcast, guys that were pivotal to my sports fandom growing up, and I still think they're awesome to this day. And it was fun to look at their career again. And then I kind of did so that was like 3 or 4 of my guys. And then the other guys, I kind of did what Derek did and thought about, let's think about like this team during this era. They weren't maybe not very good, but I certainly watched them, and it's like kind of, I don't know, just going down memory lane. Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. So, but there's like 3 of my dudes were just dudes that were just so important to my sports fandom, and anytime I see anything related to them, I'm like, it's awesome.
Let's go. I love it. I love how we're gonna have quite the
quite the list.
Quite the variety.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have Noah. You're gonna start us off here in 95 to 2000.
That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. 95 to 2000. Now, I don't have a big intro and yada yada for all of these guys, but for this guy I do, because this guy is very, very important. From 95 to 2000, that was his whole career too. 95 to 2000. Derek, I think you're going to figure this out as I go along. Maybe not. So it couldn't be more perfect. That's how long he played. 5 seasons, 5 important seasons. Also, my only guy with a Pro Bowl. It's a football player. High school state champion. I mean, I feel like most NFL players are high school state champions. OSU Buckeye. Not such a fan of that. I'm a Longhorn fan. So, I mean, they produce a lot of great football players. I love seeing them lose. I don't like my football fandom is kind of goofy. I don't really like most of the Big Ten. I can ramble about that for a long time. I do like Iowa and Nebraska, but
go Skurs, go Skurs.
No, we can't have another Nebraska.
I hope they do good. I don't. Yeah, but
go Big Red.
It's all about the horns. Horns up. Anyways, 24th overall
Roll
pick.
Bits.
24th overall pick. 2 fumble recoveries as a rookie, offensive lineman. 6'4", 345 pounds, helped change a fan's tire after a game once, made a Pro Bowl in his last season, and now we're getting to the less fun part. Pretty sad story, of course, I'm talking about the tragic Minnesota legend, Corey Stringer. He started playing in 95. I was born in 94, so I was pretty young when Corey passed, but I was 6, but I remember it. I remember seeing the newspaper, and like I said, like I was saying before we started recording, growing up, Vikings, I think I can count on one hand how many Vikings games I missed. I don't, maybe in my whole life. I don't know. I at least started watching. I've given up on a few games, but like the kickoff, I saw it. And Corey Stringer, I don't want to talk too much about this, but like it was one of the first famous, like I'm not going to say like 6-year-old me knew everything about every offensive lineman, but I knew who he was on the team. And I had never heard of heat stroke before. Like those were all confusing time for me. Yeah. But number 77 retired on the Vikings. The last season was a Pro Bowl. It started every single game as a rookie. It's kind of hard to grade offensive linemen's rating unless you into PFT stats or whatever, PFT ratings. But I think if you start every game and make a Pro Bowl in your 5th season, that's a pretty solid career. Cut tragically short, but definitely one of my Vikings goats. So. Yeah, that's my number.
That was a great pick. I was like looking through the rosters, and I'm not even kidding you. I wrote down his name for a second. I was like, I don't know. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you did though, because what you just said was a perfect like encapture of him, and again a person was gone way too soon, and that was probably the first tragedy of our.
Yeah, it's certainly
of our
one of
lifetime.
mine. It was, well, I mean, ironically, it was August 2001. So it was a month before another pretty big tragedy.
That's a good point. I was going to say, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first.
Like a 6-year-old, like when that happened, I'm just like, it was a pretty crazy time to be 6. So, I mean, like, I think
it was a really
maybe I
crazy
kind of
time,
got swept up in that. But it was a huge deal in Minnesota. I remember my parents talking about it. I remember seeing the newspapers.
I'm glad you gave him his due, because he deserved that. So that's a good pick. Good answer.
Thank you. All right, let's move on. Some happier vibes.
Yeah.
Good start. Very.
You want me to go next, Derek?
Yeah, I want Mitch to go. We'll kind of popcorn around, but then we'll switch up the rotation next.
Okay.
So you go first in next round.
All right. So so the rest of my guys after this are all football players, but I'm kicking it off with a baseball player.
Okay, love this.
Minnesota Twins. Pat Mahomes.
Oh, this is a sneaky pick.
Yeah, he played on the Twins.
The Hummy there.
He was on the Twins from Pat Mahomes Senior from 92 to 2003.
10 years on the squad.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, he hopped around to quite a few clubs, but I'm pretty.
Oh yeah.
92 to 96. So he
on the Twins.
On the Twins. Nice. Yep. 92 96. He was a pitcher. Had a win-loss record 42-39, so just above 500, and he had 452 strikeouts in his full career. So not too bad. Obviously, his son is a little bit more famous than he is, but yeah, he's my first. Barely made the cutoff for the 95 to 2000 decade, half decade. But yeah, it's more for the name recognition, I think. Why I was, and you always hear when Patrick Mahomes was, his first 3 years in the NFL, everyone always talked about how his dad was a pitcher for the Twins. So I was like, I'm pretty sure he was pitching in that kind of later 90s, and I was correct. So
yeah,
let's go.
That picture of there's that picture you see all the time of Pat and his kid in Twins uniforms at the Dome.
Yeah. That's a sneaky pick, because if you think about it, he could be. His child has will maybe become one of the best NFL players of all time.
Yeah.
And
he's definitely putting the resume together for
So can we hang the banner for that? Like we're part responsible for that. He saw the winning culture in Minnesota as a little kid. He was impressionable.
Patrick Mahomes grew up, I'm imagining, for a little while in Minnesota.
Yeah. He saw how good the vibes were.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? We're going to go.
And you don't just do sidearm throws in the NFL without having a little baseball influence there.
True.
But
inspirational to him. We literally wouldn't have Patrick Mahomes without his dad, Pat Mahomes, and the Twins.
Yep.
There you go. This is great. Great start, guys. And honestly, 2 wild picks that I did think about Corey, but did not think about Pat Mahomes. I'm not going to lie.
Sneaky pick.
My first pick. Now, I don't think it's cheating, but this player did play for the Vikings from 96 to 2000. Took 1 year hiatus off the team, and then came back from 2002 to 2005.
Oh, wow.
Sneaky pick here. But the reason why I wrote him down is because there was probably the most memorable play of my early childhood was Dante Culpepper.
Threw it 50 yards from his knees.
Okay, but he threw the ball down the field to Randy Moss, my favorite player in the Vikings of all time, besides Adam Thielen. Throws it down the field. Randy Moss catches it. He's falling backwards. Who does he lateral it to? My guy, Mo Williams. I put Mo Williams as my pick here, vibe guy. And honestly, my pick for the reason for that was that play. So his stats were pretty.
That's what Dante was doing after Mo Williams fired a touchdown. Dante was on the side.
Oh, he was.
That's
I mean,
my
that
favorite
play
touchdown
happened.
dance.
That play happened in 2003, though. For the record, it
Well,
happened
okay.
in 2003.
He
And
was
so,
playing for the team. Yeah.
yeah, he was on the team.
He was on the
team.
roster.
He was on the roster, and he was on the team during the '98 season, which was kind of dubbed as our best season of all time. And he only really came in for passing situations. So he had 64 scrimmage yards.
Nice.
One catch, 64 yards. Shout out to Mo Williams, forgotten legend. Vibe guy. Next, we're in the 2000 to 2005 range. We're gonna do kind of like a change in the order every round.
Yes.
So Mitch is up first, and then it'll be me, and then you, Noah.
All right. So this was a quick Google search because I don't know 2000 to 2005 was pretty tough for me because I had no real interest in sports.
Yeah, I mean, there's historical events going on right now. You're really into you're worried about the Iraq War.
Yeah, that's what my focus.
Finding Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
That was important to you.
Definitely wasn't playing with Legos and Rescue Heroes at that point.
No, you're just thinking about Osama
Tuned
bin Laden.
into the news.
Yeah.
No, I went with Corbin Lacina. Lacna? I don't know.
How do you not know his name? He's a vibe guy.
You tell me. How do you say that?
Lacina.
Okay.
I've never heard of this guy before in my life.
Born November 2nd, 1970. He was an offensive lineman, and he played for the Vikings between 1999 and 2002. And he was a 6th-round pick. He played at Augustana College, which, if you all don't know, that is in South Dakota. So that's kind of where his ties are from. He was born in Mankato, 6'4", 302. He started.
You're giving lengths and stuff.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of.
Oh.
He played 129 games. He started 80 of them, and he recovered 2 fumbles.
Oh, shout out.
So he, he did okay.
So he's from South Dakota.
Yep. Well, he played college in South Dakota, so he's from Mankato.
Oh.
So.
Dang it.
I love another offensive lineman. There might be another one later on. I was thinking offensive linemen are awesome and unappreciated. So
They are. I did not pick one.
He also is an 8th degree black belt.
That's fun.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to tussle with that guy.
No, you would not. No, he's also an Emmy award-winning broadcaster.
Oh, cool, man.
Yep.
Many
We should know
talents.
this guy more.
Yes, man of many, many talents. Yep.
Multifaceted.
He's still alive, so that's cool.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, not much except for the South Dakota tie with this one. Like I said, the 2000, 2005, and then 2005 to 2010 is kind of. I don't really know the guys. I just was I literally was Googling.
He's a vibe.
Minnesota Vikings players that played or were from South Dakota. So.
I love this. I love this. All right, Noah, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. I was kind of scared he was going to take mine a little bit.
Wait. I'm up.
Yeah, you're up, Derek. You're up. That's what I thought.
You think I'm going to take yours? Oh, you thought Mitch was going to?
I'm a little worried, but just say it so I can stop being worried.
No, I'm going to build it up here. I'm going to this guy popped in my head whenever we talk about TBT throwback guys and we talk about hoopers. I think I reference this guy more than anybody else when I talk basketball. He's a Wolves legend in my eyes. Troy Hudson. T-Hud, the Laker killer. He was a legend. He played for 11 years. I don't know why I loved Troy Hudson so much, but he would come off the bench. Come off the bench, and he would was a lightning rod and just electric, and he would just get things going. And whenever he did anything, he kind of had the Nas Reed. He was like Nas Reed before Nas Reed.
Okay.
When I was a kid watching, I felt like when he'd come in, it'd be like he'd do anything, the crowd's going crazy. And he had electric handle. Stats wise, I mean, we're talking big season here. I mean, 04, 05, that's when he played 79 games, started 32 of them. Yeah, he had a good career. I just remember him I'm not a big stats guy, so I'm not going to go back and list all the stats. But I just remember his vibe coming in. He was like Nas Reed before Nas Reed. And if you don't know, look him up.
Now you know.
T-Hud, Laker killer. Why do you think you call him that? because he always killed the Lakers.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was because he played on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Thought he hated lakes.
Yeah. That would have been the spin zone. He like just hates lakes. He's like,
Good pick.
most
Yeah,
lakes.
your go.
I was very scared that Mitch was going to take this person, but then I remember this person's from North Dakota and not South Dakota. So we're good. We're going with that. Carrington, North Dakota, UND. And this is timely because 2025 College Football Hall of Fame. I don't know a lot about the College Football Hall of Fame. It's probably pretty big, but it's pretty cool to make it, especially 2025. This person played 1999 to 2011, retired with the Vikings, making him one of 23 people to play 10 plus seasons with the Vikings. I don't know, kind of a fun thing.
Wow. I didn't know that list was so small.
I was talking about this with my brother or someone the other day about just like players that have played 10 plus seasons on the Vikings. Like, because I was thinking about Harrison Smith. He's going on his 12th season, I think. And I was like, no, I was talking with one of my friends about this. And I was like, 12 seasons, like, it doesn't feel like there's that many people that have done that, but 23 have. Yeah. Jim Marshall with 19. Anyways, this person was in 50 first dates. Do we know him yet? He scored 6 touchdowns in his career, 4 in 2003. I don't know why I thought that was noteworthy. I'm talking about the man who was not an offensive lineman, but he dang well might as well have been Jim Kleinsasser.
Oh, Jimmy!
Not both of you are going to take Jim Kleinsasser. I don't know. Just growing up, we called him Stonehands. He had Stonehands. That's it. We had a lot of mean nicknames for people and people we love too. Jim Kleinsasser, just an awesome blocker. Didn't get the ball a lot. Didn't need the ball a lot. He did the grit work. Played fullback a little too. I just like, what a cool name. I think that's why I liked him a lot as a kid. I'd never heard a name like Kleinsasser before, and just a big mountain of a man. I don't know. College Football Hall of Famer 2020. He had a really great college. He played at UND also. That's noteworthy.
Yeah.
UND. He's got to be one of the few UND guys in the College Football Hall of Fame, I would imagine.
Does UND still have a football team?
Oh yeah. It's
okay. I didn't know if they cut it like St. Cloud.
We
It's
can't
coming
even
back
laugh
big
at
time.
UND, Derek. Our alumni doesn't have a football team. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. Anyways, Jim Kleinsasser.
Dude, it's so funny.
Awesome guy.
Really random Jim Kleinsasser story here. My first Marshall Hoops basketball tournament that I coached in, 6th graders. First tournament, first game I'm coaching against Jim Kleinsasser.
No way.
It is kids team. Yeah.
Coaches basketball.
That's crazy, Derek.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was wild. I can't remember who town it would have
I
been.
would be so nervous.
It was awesome though. I was like, wow, Jimmy Kleinsasser.
That's awesome. I didn't know he still lived in the area or whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't like up like throwing chairs like Bobby Knight. He wasn't getting tackled.
It doesn't
too much,
surprise
but-
me that he would live in that area, I guess.
Yeah, he's a vibe. It's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Okay, now I can take a big relief because these other guys I still care about, but those other two I really just want you guys to steal.
Can't believe we haven't done a trivia question yet.
I know. I feel like we won't. I feel like our lists are pretty diverse and
Yeah.
we won't step on each other's toes.
Yeah, I would definitely not yours, Mitch.
Yeah, mine are pretty out there.
Yeah, we're in the 2005.
Yep, 2005 to 10.
2005, and this wasn't really his best season necessarily, but he was on this team and he played a big part. His better seasons were Twins player. Better seasons were the half decade earlier for the Twins, but this is a guy that I just remember forever. And I wanted to pick. Torrey Hunter is my favorite Twins player of all time, but this guy kind of has just like, it was like a cooler version of Torrey Hunter.
Okay.
If that makes sense. And it's Jock Jones.
Okay,
Jones!
I was gonna say Torrey was pretty cool, but Jock was
Torrey's pretty cool.
too cool.
I remember he was almost too cool. He's from San Diego, so I mean he had the vibes of the South Californian. All-time hits 1,272. Why am I reading the stats? It doesn't matter. It's vibes, guys. It doesn't matter.
I mean, that's more than I thought he had. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
no,
I knew he was a good player, but that's a lot.
I just remember he would like hit a lot of home runs. He only had 165, which is, I mean, that's a good number.
That's good.
For,
Yeah,
How long
for
did
a
he
guy
play?
for a guy like that, like it wasn't really his thing.
played for 10 years. 10 years, yeah. He'd always have like huge plays. My favorite thing about him, though, is now maybe I'm having a Mandela effect right now, but I'm pretty sure he was a lefty.
He seems like, I'm just picturing him in my head. I'm picturing a lefty.
He's lefty. It says it right here on his baseball reference page.
I was
He
going
was
to say,
left-handed.
Derek, you have his stats pulled up.
Oh my God! Here, like, look at them. Okay, yeah, he was a lefty, but like this is why I'm picturing this is because I felt like he had just as smooth and cool of a swing as Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh.
And so like I felt like those two were like in my head as a kid. I felt like those two were like the same quality of player. Jacques Jones was great in my mind, and it was great, good player, solid player. Obviously not as great as Ken Griffey Jr., but
yeah,
in my mind, I'd watch those two play. I'm like, man, they have the coolest swing. I wanted to be left-handed because I was like, I want to be like Jacques Jones and just stand up there and just like I said, he's had a cool swing. I don't know, he's a vibe guy. Mm-hmm. California vibes.
I love it.
That's what I went with.
All right,
Kitzamnn,
yeah, I'll go next. All right, so we're talking about 2005 to 2010, and those other years were fine. But for this guy, and this might be my favorite, the top 5 twin of all time, easy. We just need to talk about one season. That's all we need is one season. 2009. Remember 2009? What a time to be alive in 2009. Yeah. In 2009, this guy, I thought he was an all-star. He should have been an all-star that season. 24th in MVP, should probably be an all-star. I don't know. But that's not why he should have been an all-star. And I know this isn't all about stats. But let me tell you about 103 RBIs and 28 big booms. Of course, I'm talking about Jason Kubel.
Oh, that's a great pick.
Booms. Oh man, I love Jason Kubel so much. I think he reminded me of like the stop motion Rudolph, the
Yep.
Rudolph. That guy with the big beard with the pickaxe. That's what I thought Jason Kubel looks like when I was a kid.
That is such a comp.
He just looks like he looks like
what
what I imagined Paul Bunyan looks like, and 28 home runs. He had a few other seasons where he actually had one season on the Rockies where he had 30 home runs. So he had a handful of seasons that if he had his whole career like that, he would have been a Hall of Famer. Obviously, it's not his career right, but played a really long time. Was part of was in a lot of different eras of the Twins. He was in there when they were in the early 2000s when they were good and competitive, and then he also played with some pretty bad teams too. But 2006 to 2011 on the Twins, 2004 to 2014. Total career. So he actually didn't get drafted by the Twins. But I love Jason Kubel so much. Had some great nicknames for him that we will not be sharing in this podcast because there might be children listening. But Jason Kubel, great guy. Great. I don't know him, but seems like a good guy.
Seems like a great guy.
He had a good vibe.
Yeah, that's what this list is all
about. A guy like Jason
Kubel,
you'd be like, yeah, guys. Yeah, I just love Jason Kubel. His home runs were the best home runs. I'll stand by that. I don't know why. He hit the tar off the ball. Anyways,
dude, 100%. My favorite Jason Kubel moment was his home run to complete the cycle. Do you remember it? Do you remember that?
I didn't even think. Oh my goodness, Derek, that was.
Stop what you're doing. Pause
so many moments.
What we're talking about.
The cycle.
If you don't know what we're talking about, pause this episode. Yeah, come back and watch. The call is great.
I'm gonna look up a YouTube video of that later because that was magic. That was absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
Yeah. Dick Bramer does like the greatest call in Twins history.
Oh, Dick Bramer was so good.
If you want a good aesthetic to bring you back to good times, especially as a Twins fan right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolute.
The cycle is complete.
I would love Jason Kubel.
And that was a bomb too. That was a bomb. That was a big time home run.
He hit big booms. Absolutely.
Boom, boom, boom.
If that had been a thing in the 2000s, I would have been in front of my TV. Okay.
All right. Mitch is up.
All right.
It's hard to top that.
Yeah, I don't think I will. My guy. I'm going with he was a linebacker for the Vikings. Ben Lieber.
Oh, good pick.
Ben was awesome.
Yep.
K-fan extraordinaire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't even know. Now I do.
We just lost a sponsor.
Yep. Crap. He played for the Vikes from 2006 to 2010, so right in that era that we're in right now. He played high school football. So he grew up in Council Bluffs, Iowa. But if you know anything about how close Council Bluffs is to like Nebraska and South Dakota, he played high school at Fort Vermilion. So that's his South Dakota tie. He went to college at Kansas State, and then he was third round, 71st pick in the 2002 draft. Went to the Chargers and then spent 3 years there and then came to the Vikes. So
Yeah. He does a lot of media stuff for the Vikings now, so he's
he
he's a stick around vibes guy.
100%. And I was kind of surprised by his career stats. He had 500 tackles, 24 sacks, 13 forced fumbles, 12 recoveries, and
I have nothing to reference it to.
5 interceptions. So seems like a heck of a linebacker. And I love linebacker. I mean, being a Bears fan, you almost have to love linebackers.
Oh, yeah, you sicko.
So I love a good linebacker. So he was.
That was a great era to be a Vikings fan if you love linebackers. Ben Lieber, Chad Greenway, Henderson. There were some dogs.
There were some dogs.
Dogs.
I always I think Ben Lieber is the guy that had the penalty on him against the Saints. So that's kind of a sour memory of him. I think that was either Greenway or Lieber.
Did that
I think
cost
it was
us?
Lieber, though. That guy, you know what I'm talking
cost us
about.
the game?
Overtime, pass interference, field goal. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I'm bringing it up now.
That definitely didn't cost us the game.
I always think of that.
Definitely
I'm thinking, that might have been Greenway. Might be right.
Ben, not one play defines
They were
your
both
career.
awesome linebackers.
Now we're in the 2010s, 2015s.
Correct.
I think it's my turn to start again.
You.
All right, 2010 to 2015. We're going. I don't think anyone would have this one, but we're going with another offensive lineman. We're talking not just any. For this offensive lineman, we need a theme song. It's the Big Show. We're talking about 6'8", 345 pounds, which is kind of light for 6'8", not gonna lie. First rookie to start 15 games since my first pick, Corey. AP had his best seasons with him blocking. And this is a guy that, one of the things in this list is I was like, there's a lot of guys I was kind of a hater about, but I think they're actually pretty good. And I don't know why I was a hater about this guy. He was so big, I just wanted him to do more, but he's actually a pretty good lineman. I'm talking about Phil Loadholt. I don't know. This isn't my strongest pick, but Phil Loadholt was a ginormous guy. He played 09 to 014, tore his ACL or tore his Achilles or something. I don't know. An injury you don't come back from when you're that size. I should have done my backup from this one now that I'm thinking about it. My backup was Trevor Plouffe. I don't know if anyone would have that.
Oh.
No, actually, no. Yeah. We're going to go with Phil Loadholt, but shout out to Trevor Plouffe. He tweeted me in 2009. I said, all I want for Christmas is a tweet from Trevor Plouffe. And it's probably, 2011 or something. So big Trevor Plouffe guy. But Phil Loadholt.
Nice.
Respect
Dude,
the
those
offensive
would have both
line.
been solid picks.
Yeah.
Phil Loadholt, really funny, another random story. My uncle's put in the carpet in his house in Minneapolis, or when he lived in Minnesota.
I'm glad I used him now. I've had 2 guys that Derek has personal connections to.
Yeah, I never met him, but my uncle said that he was nice.
Derek knows everybody. It's crazy.
I don't. No, I have this weird thing though. I just run into people. I'm a runner into people.
All right, so my guy. This starts getting into the guys that I actually know and grew up, because this is about the time where I started actually paying attention to football, started caring, and now I'm starting to recognize names. So my guy, Chad Greenway. I was really worried when you were talking about Chad Greenway that you were going to bring him up.
No.
And this is my one use of accolade. Well, we're not counting.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Did you make an all team?
Yeah, he made second team All-Pro in 2012.
Oh, nice.
So, yep. And we're not counting Pro Bowls because he made it to 2 of them.
good
And there's
point.
other guys on my list that made the Pro Bowl. So.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl doesn't count. It's like they're throwing dodgeballs at each other. It doesn't count.
Yeah. And obviously, I think we all know Chad. He's a great dude, hell of a player. So he grew up in Mount Vernon, South Dakota. And he went and he played at Mount Vernon High School. And then he played for Iowa for 4 years. From 2001 to 2005. So, first round pick in this 2006 draft, 17th overall, and he spent his entire career with the Vikes. So
he's a Viking legend for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't go to a ton of bars, but when you go to a bar in South Dakota, I think his jersey was always up there with a bunch of other Vikings players. But yeah, he was always a cool one.
And his vibe is cool because he has like daughters who are just like taking off in like the basketball and like athletic world right now, and down in I don't know where they live, near the cities, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's just like the ultimate like girl dad vibe.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You know.
I like this crossover. I like the South Dakota crossover into Minnesota. There's always good things that happen when the South Dakota guys come over to Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the other way, but
Well,
because when they leave, I'm not really
paying attention to
paying
him.
attention.
Well, it
Unless
doesn't
your
help.
name's Taylor Johnson.
Well, South Dakota doesn't have a pro football team, so that also doesn't help.
I was talking about just human beings that I know,
Oh,
just like people in general.
yeah.
The pipeline from South Dakota to Minnesota is always just like the best of the best.
Flowing.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you a compliment. Do you realize
Thank
that?
you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, I'm up now.
Yep.
All right, my last pick. Not my last pick. Sorry, last pick of this round. This player. We're going a little hockey now.
Oh.
This is a big era for the Wild. This year specifically, let me just fact check. 2013, 2014 team. We saw us go into the second round, which was exciting stuff during that time because I don't think we've at that point have really had a lot of success on the Minnesota Wild. But this player. One of the main reasons I have this player on my list is because my wife is obsessed with him, loves him, thinks he's awesome, nice. Also,
Hockey player. Got the flow. Does he have a flow?
Decent hair. He's got great hair. He's a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Spurgeon. Shout out to you. He's in a couple commercials out there. Just seems like the ultimate vibe guy, though. Like when he plays, he's just very crafty and. He also gave my brother-in-law like an autograph. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. No, he just seems like a nice guy. If you watch like Wild games on like Bally, they sometimes have like commercials. I just remember seeing him in commercials for like some Minnesota like water company. I might be just completely misremembering that, but he just seemed like a nice guy, and he just the ultimate.
I will say
vibe.
I watch next to no Wilds when they go to the. I do like hockey since I've been to college. I've loved hockey, but I'm an Avalanche fan because Sega Genesis '98. That was just my team.
Sure.
So I like the Avalanche. I still do, and I just with the Wild, I follow enough bum teams. It's like I don't need another one. The Avalanche are kind of bums too, though. But I do know about him. So that's what as a Wild hater, he's a guy that I.
Didn't they win the Stanley Cup like 3 years ago?
The Avalanche did, yeah.
Yeah.
The Wild haven't been to the Stanley Cup.
No, not the Wild. The Avalanche. Yeah. I thought you were calling the Avalanche bums. I was like, what are you talking about?
Like
They're
a lot
great.
of the time, growing up, they were not very good for most of the time. They're good, and now they're bad again. But they did win the Stanley Cup years ago. So that's correct.
Florida Twins knocked out in the wild card round.
Not always. They're competitive. They're competitive. We just haven't gotten over the hump yet.
They've had a few playoff runs, but
Seems like the theme of all Minnesota sports. Unless it's the links in the front. We're changing the narrative.
Also, he has an awesome nickname on. I just was reading this on Hockey Reference. Spurgeon General.
Oh, that's so sick! I love that.
He plays like a surgeon.
I would assume it'd be something fish related. His name sounds like sturgeon. But
Sturgeon Spurgeon. I think that's also why I like him too. Is like it just sounds like a fish name. And I like sturgeons are cool, and I just like, oh yeah, he fits well in Minnesota. Like he just seems like a Minnesota hockey player. He's from Canada though, so
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Next, we have the 2015s to 2020s.
no, we got 15 to 20. Yeah. You just said that. Never mind. I thought you said 20.
20.
All right. So I got to see this guy play live when he was in college. He is not a good running back. I think he's washed out of the NFL now. But this is the only somewhat football environment that I've gone to. I went to a Nebraska-Illinois game in 2015, and I got to see Amir Abdullah play.
Oh.
And I freaking love Amir Abdullah. I I wasn't hopeful that the Bears would draft him because I knew he wasn't probably going to do very well in the NFL. But he was electric to watch when he was with the Huskers. So,
Sure.
yeah, he played on the Vikings from 2018 to 2021. So he was drafted by the Lions, but he's kind of, I think he's done now because he was with the Raiders till 2024. So I don't think he's playing there anymore. So I think
Running backs have short
I
careers.
think I had him last year on my fantasy football team.
And he's not a big built running back. He's a quick east-west, make you miss with a juke type guy. But yeah, he played with Nebraska for 3 years from 2011 to 2014. He's originally from Alabama, so these are one of the guys that are not from South Dakota, but played ball for the Huskers. So, yeah, loved watching him play. It was such an electric game. We blew out Illinois when we played them with the game I went to. So I think he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
One of the only couple wins they got that year, or something.
No, they were good that year. That was like one of the last years they were good. Though.
Oh, okay. I just want to.
Yeah,
It seemed very memorable in my mind.
It was like week 1 or week 2, so it was. Illinois was not very good that year.
Oh, okay. So it's easy.
Yeah, it was
easy
a blowout win.
So I'm glad that he did well.
Yeah, I think by the third quarter we had second strings in there. So.
Yeah, I remember he was a decent player for the Vikes.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yeah,
but
good vibe guy.
Huge vibe
Mo
guy.
Williams. Mo Williams is more impactful career-wise than the Vikings, but I think he's just longer tenure. But
yeah.
All right, my next pick. This one is kind of a cheesy pick, only because I feel like this is such an obvious pick in this era that.
Oh, I know who it is.
You
I know
might
it
have.
is.
I don't know. You always say you know what it is. All right, this person in the midst of it all, the craziness of what would have been the 2017 Minnesota Vikings season, with all the injuries to the quarterback position, he overcame all of that and led the team to an NFC championship. Case Keenum. Case Keenum I think he is my vibe guy MVP for my list.
Yeah.
I think. Just because of what he got put into in that situation with both Bridgewater, horrific injury, Sam Bradford coming back, also getting hurt.
Yep.
And then he had to step up, third string quarterback, bringing us all the way, and was part of the coolest football play of all time, the Minneapolis Miracle. And only a true, in NFL history, only a true vibes guy could pull that off. And he might be the vibes guy MVP of this list. I think I would.
So would you put him over Sam Darnold after the season he just had?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Easily.
I'm a big Darnold homer. I've gone back and forth about. I thought the Vikings should bring back Darnold. But that's another conversation for another time. But I would agree with that statement 100%. Case Keenum will always be a Viking legend. Absolutely. He should never buy a drink or meal or gas or nothing in Minnesota. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't bring him back after the season he had, because he definitely it was a true Cinderella story. And at the same time, you had all the hype with Thielen going on too, because I think that was Thielen's either rookie or second year with the Vikings.
Oh no, it was like one of his breakout years.
Yeah, and obviously playing with the Mavericks and going undrafted and being a Minnesota boy.
And he's from where?
We're not going to talk about it.
The land of milk and honey, Detroit Lakes.
Yeah, Detroit Lakes is cool.
Yeah.
I love when guys ball out in Minnesota and then go be mid other places and get paid. That's awesome. I would like them to be good there, but when it I hope Nikhil Alexander-Walker has an amazing career in Atlanta, but if he does it, I'm just happy he balled in Minnesota and got paid.
For sure, man.
Where did he go after that season?
I was just looking at this. He went to Denver, then he went to Washington, then he was in Cleveland, and then Buffalo, and then Houston. Wow. So I think he's been on a different team almost every year.
Real journeyman.
He's like a mercenary quarterback. In a good, for the Vikings, he had his best year with the Vikings, best year of his career on the Vikings, and it was just so fun. Like I'll never forget that Minneapolis. Obviously, everything with it, but him as they're trying to wait for the Saints to come back out on the field so they can kick the extra point to end the game. Mm-hmm. He's pumping up the crowd, getting the skull chant going. That was legendary. 5 guy. He should have won MVP that year.
Do you know what happened the week after? They went and got decimated by the Eagles.
We're trying to change this narrative. Like, it's okay to celebrate the cool stuff like this. Like, looking back, it's like 2017 seems such a long time ago. I don't care what happened after that game.
Yeah.
All I will remember from that season is Case Keenum was sick, and the Minneapolis Miracle, and
it was a sick play. I will say though, Vikings fans for that week were just insufferable. They just
if that happened to the Bears,
yeah.
Right, you see how insufferable will be in the next.
If we celebrate those little victories, you make fun of us. If we celebrate a Super Bowl, you probably make fun of us for not having enough Super Bowls. You can't lose, Minnesota fans.
Champions get made fun of when the world is making fun of you. I can't. This is a side thing, but like when Chiefs fans and like Patriots fans, I hate the Patriots, but they had it right. Whenever the world hates you, you gotta
embrace it.
I wanted my whole life for that, man. I want people to say the game's rigged for us. I would music to my ears, man. When people say that the NFL wants the Vikings to win,
yeah, that's true.
I hope everyone hates us. I hope 49 states hate the Vikings. That would be the greatest day.
That's actually great. I'm gonna remember that.
The Minneapolis Miracle?
Oh, that too, but what Noah just said, that was words of wisdom.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Embrace the haters.
Embrace the haters.
They hate us because they
are doing something.
Be so good that they have no choice but hating on you.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, wait, Noah, you still have your 2015
Yeah,
one.
I still have my 15 to 20 one. I don't have a lot to say about this guy, and then we'll go on to the next one. I don't have a lot to say about this one, but I think Derek will be a real big fan of this one. Derek, when you started your thing about Case Keenum, I thought you were going to say Ricky Rubio. I was like, oh, yeah, what better vibe guy than Ricky or Rubio? But he's just too famous for me. Like, I don't know. I know he never – actually, I think he might have made an All-Star maybe once. I don't know. Not on the Timberwolves.
I don't know. Dude, that would have been a great pick, though.
I think he had a the West is so hard to make an all-star as a point guard. There's no way Rubio ever did, but he had some really good seasons on the Jazz too. Anyways, that's what I thought you were going to say. But you went with another different direction, so that's cool. But also another great vibes guy. I'm going with Derek. I know you love this guy. Played from 13 to 23. Didn't realize he played till 23. Thought he retired before that. Was with the Wolves from 14 to 20. Played for some of the worst basketball you've ever seen in your life. Just absolute. But guess what? Even though this guy had no reason to be putting in the effort he did, but he brought it every single night. You know what I'm talking about? That guy, Gorgie.
Gorgie Dag. Oh, man.
Gorgie Dag was
awesome.
That's
a great pick.
His stats weren't great or anything, but like the hustle.
Don't matter.
The hustle for the love of the game. Gorgie loved basketball. There's no other reason you'd be putting in the effort for that squad.
Some might say he helped build a culture that is.
I'll say it. I'll say that. Yeah.
Like he laid the foundation.
He played till 2020. He was on that Pat. Wait, no, he wasn't. When was Pat Bev on the team?
That was like 22, 21.
Okay,
22.
yeah, that was before Pat Bev. He's the original Pat Bev. In terms of culture changers, he wasn't anything like Pat Bev, but you get my point.
Yeah.
I think his culture change might have been slightly overrated. I was thinking about that earlier. Like, I mean, Pat Bev was awesome. Take nothing away from Pat Bev, but like, for a long time I was thinking like, oh, this whole Wolves thing started when we had him. Well, we also had Ant, a lot of other good players that got better. So, anyways, Gorgie Dag. This isn't about Pat Bev. This is about Gorgie Dag. Gorgie Dag was awesome. Awesome name. Dang for 3. I don't think you hit that.
He had like these little like heat up moments.
He was kind of goofy with the ball, but he was fast too.
That era of the Timberwolves was.
Their jerseys were sick. I'll ride with this to this day. Like the 2015,
dude, they kind of were
16,
actually
17
sneaky.
Jerseys. I love those ones. The Kevin Love,
sneaky. Like
Kevin Love into the dang era jerseys.
Yeah, it was. honestly, it was kind of a fun era of Timberwolves basketball. It's kind of like one of my favorites because it was just like there's no expectations, but also
No, they were
so
kind of fun
unique.
memories.
They were so uniquely like constructed. You know, like Rubio, who was like this like old school like facilitator. When point guards were going in a completely different direction, he was kind of like just old school, set up everybody else.
Fundamentals.
Pekovic, who was just like
I thought about using Peck. I love Peck.
Yeah, he might not be a vibe. He might be too much of a vibes guy.
Too much. Yeah, maybe not the vibe we're trying to cultivate here.
Not the vibe.
A vibe nonetheless.
No, Rubio was a great vibes guy too. He might be my honorable mention here. If I'm gonna steal him as my honorable mention because he deserves it. He's a he was a good vibe. Feel bad for him too. He had a rough career with.
He played for a pretty long time. So
yeah. All right, we're on our last 20 to 2025 here.
If I had to pick a single player on the Vikings that I am just in love with, it's this guy. And I think he is the ultimate vibes guy for the Vikings. He's an underrated. His position is underrated. Not very. I think there are 4 teams in the NFL that use this position. It's fullback, C.J. Ham.
Oh,
trivia time! Trivia time! I also had C.J. Ham.
Oh, trivia!
Yes,
Yes.
love it.
Okay, it has to be a numerical one. So.
Yeah, I had nothing for 2020 and 2025. I was like, I feel like these, that one took me forever. I was like, what? CJ Ham's from Minnesota. I'll use him. Also, love the fullback, respect the fullback. I didn't mean to cut you off. You want to keep talking about CJ Ham?
No. It's we'll do the trivia thing, but then after that, I'll continue because I've got
I don't have anything to say about CJ Ham. I have a friend. Shout out to Greg. He went to school with CJ Ham. So
at Augustana, that's the South Dakota tie there. So, but all right, Derek.
How many times have the Minnesota Vikings defeated the Chicago Bears? Don't look it up.
Total?
All time. 48.
39.
The correct answer is 68 times.
Oh shit.
The Vikings
60?
are 68. The
50.
Vikings are 68.
Oh man, nice. You won that. I don't know why I undershot that. I was thinking like, let's see, we were formed in the 60s. I added like, for some reason I was thinking the Vikings have only been around for 60 years, but they've been around longer than that.
68 and 58 against the Chicago Bears.
Dang, that sucks. God,
I'm happy to be wrong about that because I guess under you, so I'll gladly give you CJ Ham to celebrate how many times we beat the Packers. We always talk, or how many times we beat the Bears. You always talk about how many times the Packers have beat the Bears. We've beat the Bears probably a few times too. Don't forget. And the Lions will probably beat them quite a few times in the next few years too. So, anyways, moving on.
The Bears still suck.
Keep talking about CJ Ham.
CJ Ham, go on.
CJ Ham. So I did an internship when I was in college. I think it was the summer of 2018. So going into that season after Minneapolis Miracle, I think they had just signed Kirk Cousins. And I was working for a news station in South Dakota, KSFY. I don't think it's KSFY anymore. But we got to go up to the Vikings training camp, their first training camp in Edina. Or no, Eden Prairie. Wherever their new...
Edina.
Oh, okay. It is Edina.
Eden Prairie.
Eden Prairie. It's one of the E ones in the cities.
I'm pretty sure.
And I had to pay for my own hotel room, but we got to go up there. I was on the practice fields with all the other press people, and I got to record video of Zimmer doing a press, Thielen doing a press, and just the facility was obviously brand new, but it was so freaking nice and so it was electric to be up there for the 2 days I was, and getting to see Ham and Thielen, and because the whole story we were going up there for was all the NSIC guys that were on the just Thielen and Ham, but Ham being from Augustana and being in Sioux Falls, that's why we went up there to cover that kind of connection to the Vikings. So, and obviously just training camp in general, but yeah, it was electric. I got to see him, probably 20, 30 yards away from me. So not too often you get that close to NFL players doing their thing. So saw Kirk practice, saw a bunch of NFL Network people doing their, you know how during the training camp they go from camp to camp to camp throughout the, like they'll send squads and teams to all the camps. So I saw that whole setup. That was super cool. And yeah, CJ Ham is my dude. I love CJ Ham. Also, his last name is Ham. So like
Ham, and he's a fullback, and he's
he's a fullback.
Yeah, he's not like a big fat guy, but but his name is Ham. He's a fullback. He's also getting close to that 10-year elite club. He's drafted in 17, and we're entering 2020.
He actually went undrafted, according to Wikipedia.
Good point. Undrafted. Well, 10 years with the Vikings, nonetheless. Signed with them in 2017. You're right. Undrafted. Forgot about that. Good point. Yeah.
He's a Viking for life. He did make 2 Pro Bowls, so. But we're not.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's not very many fullbacks to pick from to make Pro Bowls.
No.
Like I said, I think take anything away from CJ, but yeah.
Yeah. When there's only like 4 other teams that roster fullbacks, it's not that hard to compete.
Much less play them. Yeah.
In my mind, Aaron Jones and Dalvin Cook are both 2 very elite running backs. I don't think they're appreciated as much as they should. Very injury prone, but still great backs. Obviously not as good as AP, but getting to play with those guys and just being on the Vikings as long as he has been, it's just electric.
Yeah, good vibe.
Yeah.
For my last one, didn't do a lot of research on this guy. Like I say, 2020, 2025, I was really in my nostalgia bag for most of this. So I did Max Kepler.
Oh.
It's pretty good. That's what I put in. That's what I put in my notes. I put Max Kepler. Pretty good. He's pretty good.
That was a perfect description of Max Kepler.
I didn't even look up the dates of like when he played on the Twins. He's retired by now, probably. Yeah.
He's not retired. I think he's just on he's not on the Twins.
I don't think he's not. I'll look it up.
He's not
retired. Anyways, Max Kepler.
My last vibe guy. I have to pick it from one of the Timberwolves last couple seasons because their whole team is a vibe.
Yeah.
And they've just been a big part of my life the last couple of years. So I'm going to go with... Do you know who I'm going to pick?
We've talked about him. I
mean, there's 2 players that I was going in between. 3 players, technically, in my head. One of them is too good for my list.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not too good. I should say...
Didn't have the
too many accolades.
Yeah.
Too good of stats for my list. I'm going to go with my boy, Mr. Jingling Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked about him in other episodes. Like
I was going to say.
Titled him the Timberwolves vibe guy. He helps kind of keep the... And we saw how important he was this offseason as we have 1 roster spot left open. And we sign Joe Ingles. A lot of people were upset about that. Like, why don't you get a young guy who's emerging? But Joe is almost like a part-time coach, part-time counselor, part-time...
He's the glue
guy. He's the ultimate glue guy for this team. And you saw the success last year of them pulling together what was a kind of a tough start. And he was able to do that. Noah would be my number 2. Of course, we've talked a lot about him. He'll forever be in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say like J.D. McDaniels. He has a great vibe. Just like 'cause he's just so even keel.
I feel like the whole Wolves roster is just vibes.
The whole Wolves roster currently is a vibe. It's even getting more vibes. Is that possible?
I did see an article saying that the Wolves are going to try to get LeBron.
I think every state.
Where are you getting your news?
NBA
you got Centel. Do you realize you got NBA Centel last time?
I've been hearing about teams getting LeBron for 20 years.
I think every team has been in LeBron talks.
Or not 25.
I'm pretty sure
I've seen people comment about just on Timberwolves Facebook pages about going to like, what does Joe Ingles do in the team? And then people in the comments will be like, I go to the practices. Like he's talking to every single person, doing all these things. So.
Yeah, every episode, Mitch brings me some new Timberwolves news, and so far they've all been
kind of
completely false. Like you're getting fake news on your timeline. You're getting NBA Centelled.
NBA Centelled, yeah.
Two episodes ago, he shows me a screenshot of Giannis Antetokounmpo's Instagram story, and what did I say right away? That's definitely fake.
Yeah, no, I was listening.
It was
I don't know.
fake.
I was saying that out loud in my car. I was like, Giannis ain't coming to the Bulls.
You know who called it out? Bailey. My wife Bailey was like, he did not post that. This is the actual picture.
Ooh, tough look.
You gotta check your sources. Check with me before you.
Talk about it. Yeah.
I support
Eddie
spreading
breaking rules
misinformation
news,
online.
I'm
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Especially sports misinformation, because like we'll find out the truth eventually. So just keep spreading.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially about
I thought the Luka,
who will sign where. Like speculative misinformation is fine because like they'll sign somewhere eventually and be like, oh, I was wrong. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's what makes the NBA so good.
I would have definitely bought a Antetokounmpo jersey if he had went to the Wolves, but I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I would have too, but well, okay. So that wraps up our.
Wait, I have one more bonus. Bonus.
Yeah.
Since I was born in '94. Last one.
Last one. Hero, man.
Decent number of seasons. Last season with the Twins was in '92. I'm talking about a guy I met once at a Twins caravan in Detroit Lakes many years ago. Some other cool guys. Dan Gladden. He let me put on his his World Series ring. I was like, I don't know, 5 years old, 6 years old or something. I had a really old timey baseball mitt, like one of those really old timey ones. And I gave it to my grandpa gave it to us. So I gave it to Dan Glenn to sign it, and he was just like, oh, he loved it. He must be like a fan of all that old history. So he's like, this is a cool glove, and I was like 7 or something. And he puts the World Series ring on my finger, and it's so huge and it's giant. It's like the craziest. It's so big and shiny, and my eyes are glowing up. And Dan Glenn looks at me and he says, he's joking obviously, but I didn't know that at the time. He says, "I'll trade you. You give me this glove, I'll give you my ring." And I was like, no, my grandpa gave me this glove, Mr. Gladden. I can't give it to you. So I didn't make
Mr. Gladden.
I mean, he wouldn't have given me a Super Bowl ring, obviously, but like, dude, like, I was standing on business. I said, my grandpa gave me this glove.
I bet he remembers that story. I bet he remembers that. Dan, come on the pod. Let's talk about it.
Please. Yeah, I would love to chat with you again, Dad.
Yeah.
You were awesome.
You should take him up on that right now.
Yeah, you should take him up on that
right
right
now. Probably. I think my grandpa would be like, what are you doing, though? I got lots of girls.
I love it.
I don't know if I've ever told my grandpa that story. I should tell him.
You should.
Yeah.
Do you have an honorable mention?
I do not.
Okay.
I was struggling to get together my 6.
Do you want to share any of your backups, anyone?
Share some backups. No, just we're gonna do the thing. Do a rapid fire.
I had Eddie Guardado as a backup, but he made too many. Eddie, I loved Eddie. That's another guy, like, revisionist history. Like, I thought he was bad as a kid because I just remember some blown saves. But he did always make it interesting, but he was actually pretty good. A dude. Especially late in his career. He kind of stepped it up a bit. I had Mark Madsen because he won 2 championships and then played a few years with the Wolves. How many players have we had on our team with multiple championships? Probably not very many. I had Pat Williams, GOAT. Pat Williams made 3 Pro Bowls, way too many. However, we wouldn't count Pro Bowls, yada, yada, yada. I used Jason Kubel, so that's fine. Pat Williams made his first Pro Bowl when he's 30 years old as a defensive lineman. Isn't that crazy? 30 years old.
That is crazy.
Made it 2 more seasons. Insane. I can't think of anyone else who's ever done that. He was good before, but 3 straight Pro Bowls. So sometimes Pro Bowls matter. If like Adam Thielen's Pro Bowl, that matters a lot. Sometimes.
Absolutely, it does. Big time.
I had another 10+ year Vikings member, criminally underrated, Mr. Brian Robeson. Brian Robeson.
Oh yeah.
Definitely made a lot of definitely helped out Jared Allen by being you had to pay attention to Brian Robeson. And then those are my backups.
I love it. I love anytime just like listing guys. Like, remember this guy? Like, remember Christian Guzman?
Dude, I was a huge Guzman fan. I had a bobblehead.
Dude, Guzman was the best, but he was.
I was thinking about putting him on my list.
He would have been in my Mo Williams slot, but
yeah,
speedster.
Oh.
Anyways,
speedster.
Anyways, great.
Just go on and on.
Great list, fellas.
And you guys can vote down in the comments, or we'll put a poll up.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
On Spotify, yeah.
Yeah, we'll put a poll up, and you guys can vote for who has the best vibes guy.
Yeah.
And we'll Then we'll brag about it for years.
Also, many people we did not mention.
Oh yeah. Comment people that we left off that we should have added.
Yeah, because there's definitely people I missed that I probably, if I had researched it more, I would have definitely picked.
We went with our guts.
Yeah.
It was very last minute. It was great though. Vibe of the week. I don't really have a vibe of the week this week.
No.
Because we're kind of filming very back to back here, but
Yeah.
well, we'll defer to you guys. Noah, do you have a vibe of the week?
Vibe of the week is go swim in a lake or play some tetherball.
Dude, there's nothing better than swimming in a lake. Tetherball?
Tetherball. I'd say I work for work. I hang out with kids sometimes. We play tether. I played some tetherball today. I haven't played that in
Tetherball.
So that's pretty
Do you
fun.
go back in time for like the 1950s?
It kind of is sometimes. It's various places in my work.
That was so rude.
I
I don't know.
When's the last time you see a tetherball unit?
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
That's just northern Minnesota, man. Everyone's just still tetherballing up there. News doesn't travel as fast.
It's got to get up there by horse and buggy.
Yeah, by moose. Tetherball, man. Tetherball, yeah. Lakes.
Yeah. Summer's flying by fast. That's all I know.
Yeah. Do you have any vibe of the week?
Go find a
You
lake.
give a lot of South Dakota. Go find a lake. Yeah.
I'm excited for the Saints game. That's my vibe.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing you talk about that. I haven't been to a Saints game in God so many years, but minor league baseball is awesome. So support your minor league base. Support your local sports teams. I haven't been to any Ligers
Absolutely.
games, but I should since it's right in town.
The
Support your
Detroit
local
Ligers,
sports
that's our town ball team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You
I haven't
go to
still haven't been to
Marshall
one
A's
yet,
game
but
pretty
one day I
often.
will.
I'm a diehard Marshall A's fan. I'm a season ticket holder for the last couple of years.
That's vibe of the week is support local sports. I think that's a good vibe.
Support local sports. I love that. Yeah.
Support local small. I mean,
grab a
St.
ball
Paul's
game.
not a small town, but support them too.
For sure, man. I love it. Well, you guys got anything else?
I think that's it.
I think we've gone on for a long time, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did
I
a
think
great-
so. Some of us got to work in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. Everyone always thinks I don't work.
Yeah, you gotta go mow your lawn.
I know. That was
I'm grinding. I'm out there grinding. But yeah, hey,
I messed with you.
it was good.
All right.
Good to catch up with you.
Thanks for having me on the pod. I miss you, good Derek. Nice to meet you, Mitchell. Been listening to your
You
voice,
bet.
so that's cool to have a combo with you.
Yep. Put a face to the voice, man.
Love to get back on sometime. Maybe to talk
Yep.
the horns. All right.
Let's go, man. I love to have you back
love the
on.
pod. Can't wait to listen to. Can't wait to listen to this episode. Can't wait to listen to other ones. Can't wait to maybe be on again. All right. Peace out.
Heck
Dude,
yeah.
for sure, man. Peace. And yeah, that'll do it for this week's edition of Sideline Vibes. We're gonna have a special edition coming up here.
August is gonna be big for us. We got some stuff cooking.
Yeah, cooking.
I be in the kitchen just cooking. Let me cook, Derek.
We'll work on that. But yeah, it's late here, so we'll leave it at that. Keep the vibes high. Have a good July. Or rest of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, see you later.
All right. That's a wrap.
That'll do it.